Hi, it's another Tasty Tuesday on Christy's A-Plus Cooking. This week's theme is Q is for quick and easy. I know many of you are very busy and would like to have a lot more recipes that would be quick and easy to make. I've chosen to make Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes. Our family loves Philly cheesesteaks, and we had a great time going to Philadelphia and getting the best Philadelphia cheesesteaks we've ever had. I've made these before and they're pretty tasty. We're gonna start off by chopping a half of a small onion. I'm using my favorite Pampered Chef tool. I'm highlighting a couple of Pampered Chef tools today. And the recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic. Might want to put a little olive oil in my pan first. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of butter, but I prefer olive oil. So I'm going to add my onions. I'm using my electric frying pan, but you can just use your skillet. The recipe calls for diced a half of a small green bell pepper. We like red, so I mix them so it'll be a beautiful color. The recipe also calls for mushrooms. If you're not a mushroom fan, leave them out. And we're just gonna brown those, saute those till they're nice and tender. And then we're gonna remove that from the pan and then cook the hamburger. The recipe says that it takes 15 minutes to prep and 15 minutes to cook. So in a half an hour, you're gonna have a very tasty dinner. While that's sauteing, you're gonna take a cup of beef broth and add a tablespoon of cornstarch. I have to show off my cute measuring spoons that Adam and Sarah Porter gave to me from Florida recently. Has a seahorse and a sea turtle and a starfish, so cute. And I wanted to use those today. And you're just gonna stir in the cornstarch. And you're gonna be adding other things to that too, but I just wanted to mix that in while those are mixing. This is another Pampered Chef tool that's really awesome. I just got this summer. It's called a mix and chop. And those look like they're about ready. I had my electric frying pan on 375. I did this in a little bit different order than the recipe. The recipe called for browning the hamburger first, but I like to have the flavor from the onions and the pepper in the pan when I cook my hamburger. So you can add about a pound of hamburger and cook that till it's nice and brown. And we're gonna take a short break because you don't need to sit here and watch me brown the hamburger. It took about 7 minutes to brown the hamburger to a light brown. I had such a good hamburger, thank you Ferguson's, that I didn't have to drain any grease off of it. Now you're gonna add the vegetables back. And then take your beef broth and cornstarch. Stir it up again. You're gonna add a half a teaspoon of chili powder, salt and pepper to taste, and 2.5 tablespoons of ketchup and a tablespoon and a half of Worcester sauce. I can never say Worcestershire sauce. I can never say that. We used to just call it rooster sauce when we were little. stir that in. Add it to your burger and stir in till it is all mixed in and heated through, and you'll see that the sauce starts thickening. And we're almost ready. The fun part, the recipe calls for provolone cheese, and that's traditional for Philly cheesesteaks. But our family likes a variety of cheeses, so we're gonna choose whatever we want. Ken chose Monterey Jack and I chose mozzarella. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put those on. I'll wait about another minute, and I might even leave some of it plain because we bought these wonderful cheddar Kaiser rolls, and I might not need it. And I would cover it to melt the cheese. The recipe says to stir it all up and chop it all in, but I prefer it just melted on top. And I wanted to show off these beautiful rolls that I bought at our little local grocery store. This is our cheddar, jalapeno cheddar Kaiser roll, and this is a bolio roll. I'm gonna eat mine on that. I think it's ready to plate. I think I will fix mine first. Ken also likes tomatoes on his. Like I said, I've made these before and they are delicious and easy to make. Thanks for watching Tasty Tuesday, and I'll see you next week.